Hi, this is Jason with Pre-Veteran. Welcome back to our Pre-Veteran YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about another obvious truth about military transition, and that is that the existing government TAP program is not effective. And essentially what that's doing is it's keeping us at a first order magnitude discussion about employment rather than talking about the second and third order effects that we never get to in a mature conversation. And obviously that'll flow down to why you need to make sure that you get your transition right the first time. Before we get started, go ahead and subscribe to this Pre-Veteran YouTube channel by clicking the little red button below the video here and follow us on our LinkedIn company page, which is in the comments. Let's get started. To get started, I won't belabor the point, but as you know, the existing government's transition assistance program is just not very effective. And over 30 years of data kind of proves this out, that it's too generalized, happens too late in a person's career, and does not provide enough individual specificity for you particularly to find your individual transition needs. Proof of that is bore out in the statistics, specifically when we talk about the employment realm, because statistics show 90+% a year you're going to go to employment, and 70% of that 90% are going to go into the private sector for employment. And all the data shows from the last 30 years that there's significant unemployment challenges during transition, and then after the ones who actually get a job, there's significant retention rate problems. For the most part, we leave jobs, that's transitioning military and veterans, 4 times faster than the general public. So with employment outcomes like that, it's not surprising that we stick on the first order magnitude of employment discussion topics such as just getting you a job, when there's so many more second and third order effect due to employment that we need to be talking about, but the conversation just hasn't matured to the point where we could do that. Let's talk about a few of those examples now of the second and third order of magnitude effects. To start off with the second and third order effects, let's start off with something that is going back to the title of this article. You needing to get your transition right the first time. And the simpler reason is you do not want to be back here doing this, what you're doing right now, in 12 or 24 months, especially when you don't need to be doing that. The second example is what we call the salary anchor, and that's if you've went into your company, for those of you that are fortunate enough to find a job, and if you didn't command the best possible salary and benefits, that possible lower salary is going to be following you throughout the company, and it's really hard to get beyond that point. And then finally, we all know that transition, if you don't have a functional model, individual support, and tools to move forward, your head's going to be spinning with a whole bunch of good ideas. You're going to be spinning your wheels. And guess what? That leads to a lot of physiological stress, not just for you as an individual, but it also puts a significant strain on your marriage, and it also puts a significant strain on your entire family. So while we know many of you may be feeling like you're spinning your wheels and not getting anywhere with transition, we want to let you know that there is a solution, and it's embedded in the pre-veteran programs. And what I mean by that is on our courses page, you could go there and you could see an employment prep course right now. And it uses the same methodology that we use throughout pre-veteran, which is our transition model. Let me walk you through the simple 3-step model now. As you can see in the model, step 1 is where you help you identify the internal obstacles to your success that you may not even know are there. And from a practical standpoint, these are the messages that are flowing around your head right now that are taking you down those different kind of rabbit holes and different ideas that get you spinning your wheels. And with our unique proprietary cognitive neuroscience-based models, we're able to have you identify and then mitigate those obstacles, so then real learning can take place in step 2, where we give you the nuts and the bolts, the really important information that you no longer fight us on that you might have had we not done step 1. And then finally in step 3, we have you go through a very iterative process. We know that self-transformation and alignment to the private sector take time, iteration, and support. And during that iterative period, you go through so many cognitive cycles that actual transformation takes place. So how about it? Are you interested in employment once you get out of the military? If you are, we encourage you to go to our website now, courses page, and sign up for our employment prep course, which uses all of that original modeling that we just told you about. This way, you'll get in a faster manner, you'll be more self-transformed and aligned to the private sector. And then after that, you'll be able to find the job, the industry, job, and role that you're looking for that meets your core team requirements. If you're new to Pre-Veteran and haven't heard of us before, we encourage you to go to our website. And the best place to figure out what our philosophy is all about is to go to the About Us page, click on the news and press, and you can see our different articles that we put out weekly that show why we're different from everyone else in the market. Okay, that completes this week's video. We'll see you next week with our new video. Looking forward to it. See you then.